Chapter 6, Omnipresence of Fortune. Lucky needed to earn more cash, which is why she decided to go to Kingdom Ap 8 to do some quests there. The kingdom is very beautiful and reminded her of an old movie about Greek mythology she had watched before. The NPCs wore white togas with golden brooch to hold it in place. The men had laurel crowns while the women had flower headbands on their heads. She walked towards the capital of Kingdom Ap 8, called Karmakara, to talk to the different NPC in the area. A handtaker. That is rare. We aren't in need of any assassins right now, sorry, said the old female NPC in the vegetable store. Lucky noticed that most of the NPCs only entertained the gamers with the artisan subclass. Lucky is now a level 30 handtaker, but she still hadn't have any subclasses. Maybe it's time for her to have one, she thought. She contemplated for a while on which subclass to choose. After several moments, she had decided on what subclass she would train for. She went to the kingdom's grand library and talked to one of the NPC there. Excuse me, do you know where I can learn to be a Manunulat? Manunulat or a writer is a subclass in which a gamer can create documents. Lucky is a fan of ninja movies, so she decided to have a subclass that could help her be like one. Ninjas did not originate from the Philippines, so the class wasn't easily available in this game. She planned to be a Manunulat to be able to create summoning scrolls and other scrolls she can use in battle. The NPC fixed her glasses and observed Lucky. Are you sure? You don't seem to be the writer type. Well, anyway, how can I say no to that? Kingdom Ap 8 is the haven for all people who desire to express themselves through the use of different forms of art. She took a thick book from one of the shelves and handed it to Lucky. Here, read this. These are the guide to basic writing. When you are done reading, come back to me and I'll give you an exam. If you pass, I'll give you a certificate to become a Manunulat. Click. Quest, subclass: read the book about basic writing and pass the librarian's exam. Reward, a certification to become a Manunulat, subclass. Difficulty, see, Lucy loves reading in real life, but she is an average reader. She sat on one of the desks and started reading the book. It's a good thing her handtaker class had the skill scan that allows her game avatar to look at a document and easily copied it for later use. Only her character could see that copied document. It is an assisting skill to help the game avatar memorize a certain task. She flipped each page of the book and used scan. After a few minutes, she finished the entire book. She returned it to the librarian and said, "I'm ready for the exam." The scanned document would be stored in her character's memories for 24 hours of game time, so she needs to take the exam as soon as she finished scanning the book. The librarian gave her the examination paper. Lucky sat at the desk once more and started answering. Lucy noticed that her game avatar was running on autopilot while answering the exams. If only this type of technology is available in the real world, then she wouldn't have to worry about any tests again. When Lucky completed answering all the items, she passed them to the librarian. The older woman checked her papers silently, then she typed and printed something on her antique computer. She called for Lucky, who approached her immediately. "You passed the exam. As promised, I'll give you a certificate to make you a Manunulat. Click. You now have a Manunulat subclass, level 1, beginner level. You have learned document creation skill. By the way, I heard the publishing company in the plaza is in need of a writer. Try to go there and ask for some task." Lucky went to the plaza and saw the publishing company called La Sol. The entire building looked out of place compared to the other Greek-inspired structures in the kingdom. The publishing company looked more like an old house in the Philippines during the time when the country is still under the Spaniards' rule. She entered inside and saw a huge replica of the famous painting of Juan Luna, the Spoliarium, at the center. Lucky walked towards the information desk and started a conversation with the female NPC there. "Good day, I heard you are in need of a writer today. I would like to apply for the job." "Oh, good timing. La Sol is open for freelancers right now. As of this moment, we needed someone to collect some data about the newest wonders of Kingdom App 8. Our editor-in-chief, Mr. Jose Lopez del Pilar, heard these things are made by a gamer, but we need more information before we could put that on paper. So are you okay with that? The company will give you equal compensation depending on your work." "I'm okay with that arrangement," Lucky answered. Click. Quest, subclass Investigate, and copy the complete description of the newest wonders of the capital Carmakera and bring it back to La Sol. Rewards. Payment equal to the quality of your work. Difficulty. See, Lucky went to the location of the said artworks. The first one is a wooden sculpture of a doctor. She noticed that the sculpture was based on the appearance of one of the Filipino heroes, Jose Rizal. She got a quill and a papyrus and used her new subclass skill copy to obtain the needed data. One by one the information about the artwork is written on the papyrus. After that, she went to another sculpture that one of the NPCs told her. "Excuse me, do you know where I can find the sculpture of the Carabao?" Lucky asked a female NPC. "You can find it near the dairy shop at the south of this ally. The dairy shop is called Happy Carabao. I'm sure you'll easily spot that artwork," instructed the female NPC. She arrived at the said dairy shop and saw a wooden sculpture of a Philippine Carabao. The structure looked real, and Lucky was amazed that this was created by a gamer. Whoever that was, that person is a real artisan indeed. She started copying the details. When she was done, she noticed a little girl sitting near the artwork eating strawberry yogurt. Lucky noticed a cardboard near the girl and read it. The gamer is in need of a fighting-type companion to go to the next town called Simula. The girl noticed Lucky looking at her note. She stood and merrily approached Lucky. "You are a fighting-type gamer, right? You looked like one. Please build a party with me." The girl took Lucky's hands and shook it enthusiastically. "Well, I'm in the middle of a quest right now. But after this one, I'll join you," Lucky answered. The girl cried in happiness and hugged Lucky. "Thank you so much, big sister." She let go of Lucky. "So what quest are you up to? Can I help so you can finish early?" Lucky thought momentarily. "Well, I am copying the details about the gamer-made wonders in Carmakera. If you can help me locate them, then I could finish early. I already investigated the Mangagamo and this national animal sculpture. Do you know if there are others?" Who told you those are new wonders?" The blonde girl blushed. "You are flattering me, they aren't that good though. But if it helps, I have another artwork at the palace. It is my version of the bird Adana. I called it Ada." Lucky was surprised. "You are the artist?" The blonde girl nodded. "Yup. And I'm Artemisha, by the way." Lucky smiled mischievously and shook Artemisha's hand. _____________ Lucky brought Artemisha to La Sol after gathering the data about the artwork of the mystical bird Ada. The staff of La Sol was overjoyed to meet the artisan behind the new artwork. Lucky received a huge amount of cash and a rare pen item for that quest. Artemisha sighed and looked at Lucky accusingly. Why do I feel used? Lucky bowed apologetically to her. Sorry, but at least because of your participation, we received a huge amount of cash to help us in your quest. Well, you are right. Anyways, before we go out of Karmakara, let's have a proper introduction. My name is Artemisha, my class is a Bihani, level 27. My subclasses are Artisan, Sculptor, and Painter. My official class doesn't have real combatant skills, so I can't go alone on quests in the forest or dungeons away from Karmakara because I can only battle the docile creatures and not the aggressive ones like the creatures found on the way towards Simula. She showed Lucky her sub-quest. Lucky nodded, indicating she understands the sub-quest details and Artemisha's introductions. Okay, it's my turn. My game name is Lucky and I'm a level 30 Handtaker. I just started to have the subclass Manunulat, so obviously I'm just a beginner. I am originally from Kingdom Pito, but that kingdom is so poor and I could not earn much, so I decided to go to Kingdom Apate to earn. However, most of the NPCs only entertain gamers with subclasses, so I decided to have one. As a handtaker, I usually work alone, but I am open to joining a party to meet other gamers. Artemisha bobbed her head in understanding. Okay, now the formality is over, let's spy the needed supplies in the pharmacy. They decided to buy medicinal herbs and potions for their journey. The NPC pharmacist greeted them and said, "Have you heard about the guild wars from the other kingdoms? I heard that Yolanda and Dugong Buffo are really huge gamer-made guilds that are at war with each other." Some of the NPCs broadcast the common happenings within the game through gossip and introduction when you are talking to them. It was not the first time she heard of these guilds. Back at Kingdom Pito, she heard about it from almost all the NPCs. Artemis looked at Lucky. Do you have a guild? No, I am not a member of any guilds. What about you? Artemisha swayed her head sideways as a sign of no. The two gamers add each other to their contact list and started to exit Karmakara. At first, the creatures they saw on the road were docile creatures, but as soon as they reached the border of Karmakara, the first aggressive creature appeared. _________ name, Dark Furball, female. Level, 28. ____________ The creature looked like the docile furball, but dark furballs have red-colored eyes and are aggressive. They attack anyone on sight. The dark furball started attacking Lucky. Artemisha jumped in surprise. Lucky told her to calm down. I'm sorry, the creature is a female, there is nothing much I can do, the blonde admitted. Don't worry. I can handle this. Lethal attack. Lucky hit the dark furball on its core. Critical hit. The dark furball continued attacking, but Lucky's attacks deal more damage. The creature was defeated. That was cool. Artemisha blurted out. Lucky didn't mind her praise and started collecting the loot. They continued traveling and defeated several creatures. Lucky, quick. I can see it. Look. It's the town Simula. Artemisha runs merrily toward the town's gate. The town has an ancient feel to it. The NPC living there wore animal skins and live in tents made out of animal skins as well. There is no electricity in the town and the stores don't accept game money. They only trade materials with materials. Artemisha, we will be out of supplies if we trade everything. It is better to use our subclasses to create different things that we can trade to the merchants, Lucky said. Yes, madam. While creating different tools and supplies to trade for the different rare items in the town of Simula, Artemisha and Lucky ask different NPCs about the scroll from the Sultan of Kingdom Ap-8. These are ancient writings. We aren't using them anymore, but I think the Elder could still interpret this for you, one of the non-player characters said. Both gamers looked for the Elder of the town. However, when they reached the tent of the Elder, one of the clansman warriors stopped them. "I'm sorry, but our Elder is in no shape to talk with anyone. Please come back later. I think we need to activate some sort of quest in this town before we can go and talk to the Elder. We should go our separate ways and ask as many NPC as we can. Let's meet here later, or if you find something interesting just use the telepathy function," Lucky instructed. Artemisha looked at her with starry eyes. "You are really awesome, Lucky. I am so glad that I was able to create a party with you." Lucky cleared her throat. "Okay, let's do this. I don't think I can log in tomorrow, so we have to gather as much information as we can today. Lucy wasn't able to log into New World the following day. She went to her part-time job at the restaurant near their house. After an 8-hour shift, she returned back home. She was tired but remembered Artemisha's reaction when she told her that she can't log in that day. Lucy felt guilty and stared at the head-mounted gear. After several minutes of self-deliberation, she placed the gear on and entered the game world. Artemisha still could not find the right NPC to talk to for her to activate a certain quest that could make the Elder feel better so she can ask him about the ancient scroll. Bored, she took out a huge log in her inventory and her chisel. She closed her eyes and pictured the guy she had dreamt of before. The painting she created out of the guy's image was a masterpiece. It increased her painting skills greatly. Now, she will do a sculpture based on that person again, hoping that it will turn out to be another masterpiece. Artemisha smiled, opened her eyes, and stared at the log. She pictured the image she is about to carve. She started creating with her chisel, masterfully carving the log. After a few hours of work, the artwork had finally taken form. Because she is in Simula, she created the wooden sculpture and based it on the town folks' fashion. Her work reminded her of the character Machete from the old movies her mom used to watch on the internet. She looked at the artwork and decided that she wouldn't stop with just wood carving. She will paint it to make it look more realistic. She took her paints out of her inventory and started brushing. Each stroke of her brush was done in precision. Some of the NPC looked at what she was doing, but none of them mentioned anything or offered her some quests. Artemisha didn't mind them much and just continued painting. When she was done with the colors, she did several polishing touches and inspections to ensure the quality of her work. When she was fully satisfied, she put down the paintbrush and stretched her hand backward. "I'm finally done." Click. You have created an artwork. Want to give a name to your artwork? Ang mandirig main sayadong ista machete. Artemisha answered. The title means the warrior Adonis. The name suits the artwork well because the chiseled work of art is a good representation of a young warrior who is ready to protect his country. Congratulations! You have created Ang Mandirig Main Sayadongis. Artwork, Ang Mandirig Main Sayadongis. Type, wood sculpture. Description, this young man is a brave warrior of the town of Simula. He fearlessly faces enemies that threaten his home. It was believed that the artwork will increase a warrior's drive to continue fighting even if faced against abominable foes on the battlefield. Effects: when this artwork is seen for the first time, it increases a gamer's strength by 2 and defense by 2. if placed within the battleground, increases the party leaders or guild masters' authority to increase the fighting spirit of their followers. Artemisha read the special effects of her artwork and was pleased. You have gifted hands, young lady. An old female non-player character said. Thank you for your praise. Artemisha smiled at the old woman. Could you help us, young lady? Several days ago, a group of young kids had ruined our Anitos shrine. Because of this, the children were cursed, and so is our elder for failing to provide guidance to the young ones. Since you are a good artisan, you could probably fix our Anitos shrine. Quest. Subclass Restore the ruined shrine of the Anito of Simula. Rewards, item from the old woman. Difficulty, C _______________________ Artemisha rejoiced silently. The quest she had been looking for had finally been activated. Yes, I'll restore your shrine. The old woman had explained the details to the blonde. Artemisha can't wait to tell Lucky about the sudden development. If only her partner was online.